So that's what's going on with me. And this card does not want to stay here. So it wants to hug the King of Pentacles. But for your first card, this is the same as the Strength card. And this is in your environment, in your foundation. So this card is saying, of course, a Major Arcana card. It's saying that this is the power and energy that you have and the self-confidence. And the universe wants you to believe in yourself and to know that. And, also this card is about love conquers all. So if we come from a place of love and new beginnings and fresh starts, then, it allows for peace. And I feel for some of you Leos, I feel like you're on fire. You're ready to go and ready to make things happen. This is, of course, following the full moon on, actually it's tomorrow. I'm doing this on the 11th, this video on the 11th. And the full moon in Virgo is a powerful, powerful full moon. So I feel like it's a time to own your inner strength come mid-month, to feel your inner power. It reminds you that this is a part of you that will never be, the spring never dries up. There's always water to tap into. So you always have this inner strength that you can rely on. And it's interesting because your second card is also a Major Arcana card. And so self-confidence, overcoming obstacles. You have from the universe the calling card that says, no, we have your back. So no worries. Anything that's going on with you that feels like it's been a negative situation, then your fortitude, you can flow through that. Your strength, your passion. Here's the lion, so Leo the lion. I feel like this card has come up in the first position for you all recently as well. I don't know when, but I just remember looking at this and feeling like it was, you actually, and your wisdom and your inner strength that needs to be focused on, and to know that you're in the right place at the right time. So that's your foundation card. And to not let that waver. When we know and we have faith that we're in the right place at the right time, then we're anything else that happens in our life that's like a huge change or disappointment or happy, then it doesn't get us ungrounded. All right, so the next card is the challenge card. And this is an interesting one to come up. This is the same as the Justice card. And they call it the standing stone in this is because the standing stones are symbols of authority and boundary markers and monuments. So the story is the mystics used to go around the standing stones, sit around the standing stones, and they arbitrated. They made decisions. And with those decisions came enlightenment. And there's a lot of objectivity that is emphasized when this card shows up in a reading. So it's about you staying balanced. It's about you staying objective. It's about you, being, don't be unyielding. When we need to yield, we need to yield. If there's people that feel like they're in our way, then this is about being fair. The scales of Libra of balance are on this stone, carved out on the stone, along with the labyrinth. And I love this spider that's connecting these two stones. This feels very much like it is a balance that you guys are trying to maintain whatever's going on in your life. And it could also be, too, any type of legal or justice, legal issue you have. So if that's going on with you, have strength. There's fairness around that. Okay, so that could be a challenge for you, Leo. And remember, this is Leo, sun, moon, and rising. So if your moon and rising, of course, is another sign, then please remember to watch those two. That way that gives you more information if this in case doesn't resonate with you. But it could be a number of things that you just need to stay focused, stay in your lane. It's interesting, two Major Arcana cards come up at once or at the beginning. Or it could be, like I said, a legal issue. but balance is called for. Truth is called for. Or dealing with lawyers, dealing with attorneys, dealing with the legal system. If you feel like, you're dealing with tax issues, I'm hearing tax evasion. So it seems like I've heard that before with another sign. I don't know when it was, but so if there's anybody that you know of, or you're facing those issues of not paying your taxes, or they're not on time, and I'm not trying to be negative, but you may want to seek counsel and just figure it out. This comes up as enlightenment around that. So truth can be found around that, and this can be settled, and then you won't have to have that burden on your back, if that is in case you. So again, this is just for some Leos, some of these instances, but it felt like tax evasion for someone. The third card is the card of the unexpected, and this is the King of Pentacles. I like this king. I like all of the kings, really. And so he's the master of money. He's the master of property and his body, and he's materialized quite a bit. He's accumulated quite a bit. You can see he's a happy person. He has this, he's fed well. There's flowers above him, so everything's always blooming and green, and he has his pasture and his cow. So in the unexpected, this could be the person, this could be an earth sign, which is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and this person may be of benefit to you. This person may come out of the blue and offer support, help, financial security, advice, mentorship. Could be a manager or a corporate officer, some type of leader. He may help you with figuring out your economic, and I'm not trying to just focus on economic, but that phrase did come out on this card, but he may be able to help you out with that. This may be the person that's good at finances. Of course, he's the king. And the bull in this card is for leadership and stability. So this guy is a real leader. He can take on anything and make it clear, make it focused, make it more promising. And I feel like he's of benefit in this situation and in this situation. You have the strength, but if you want to stay balanced, or if you need a legal corporate officer or a legal attorney, I feel like this person could help. I don't know why I say corporate officer just then. It kind of feels like the tax thing may have to do with company money. Just saying, for some of you. All right, and the last card in this is the outcome card, and it is the Page of Chalices, which I love it that this is about new talents being put into practical use, so that you have the feeling of serenity and competence to face that change. See how she has her blank slate here, her blank canvas, and she's holding the cup close to her heart. So what is it, Leo, that makes your heart sing? What is it that, if you wanted to change, if you could dream about creating something differently, what would that be? Because some of you have the talents to go ahead and put those skills into place. It can be something artistic, it can be something musical, it can be psychic abilities. Maybe you're wanting to create a band of musicians, or maybe you're wanting to become a tarot reader or a astrologist. I was going to say astrologist, but someone who seeks wisdom from the stars. I don't know why that's coming into play here. Or some of you, again, acting, music, theater, that. So it might be that you're just creating new boundaries for yourself. So I love that this is the outcome card. This is what results from your feeling of, okay, I'm open now, I'm ready now to fulfill that creative inspiration, to embrace creative inspiration. And this beaver, where is he? Here he is. He's a symbol of creativity with resources and with setting goals. So you have the resources to do it. This can also be like a trustworthy or loyal friend. Someone you can tell secrets to. So if you feel like you're needing someone to talk to, I feel like there could be a water sign. It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer that you could tell your secrets to, or you could tell your advice. They would give you advice, or you could give them advice. But it feels like a very trustworthy, loyal, very companionship-oriented relationship could come out of this card as well. All right, so let's take a look at the clarifying cards. I'm going to use the same deck. And remember too that if I didn't talk about at the beginning, the full moon of the 12th is in Virgo. And I'm doing this on the 11th, and I'll send this out tonight. So, depending on where you're located in the world, I know for some of you all, the full moon is on the 11th, and for some it's on the 12th. But either way, it's a strong full moon. I'm not an astrologist, but apparently it's a pretty strong one in Virgo. So let's see what's going on. Well, some of you are thinking about childhood memories, fun times in your life. It's a chance to be creative and playful, if I can get that out all at once. I wanted to say creative, which would basically mean playing with your creativity and being open and having fun with it and letting it come from your heart space. You've had to be shrewd and do some planning. I don't feel like this is something you've wanted to do. This comes up, near this Justice card. So this is the Seven of Swords. I feel like some of you, if it is a legal situation, have had to take time out of your day, out of your week, out of your month, and it's not been pleasant for you, but it's just something that you've had to do to tap into resources. Yeah, then the call of the nature here is the Devil card, and that's being addicted to financial gains or money or material wealth or, food, drink, clothes, fingernail polish. I mean, you can be addicted to anything that can disturb your world. In this particular card, this guy is setting a trap for the bear, and the bear's right behind him. So he's so focused on what on this particular instance, he's not looking around. He's not being open to the spiritual world. So it's just a caution card. It is a major arcana card to let yourself reflect on your life. If you're staying in a job, if you're doing work that's not good for you any longer, then this card may be saying that, it's time to move on. You're working, you're making money, but you're not happy. The Sun card comes out. That's good. That's a great major arcana card. And this card comes out after hard work. You can see the wagon is down. It's been used. There's sunflowers and there's sun on the thatched roof. But it is after putting in some difficult hours. It's not easy, but then there's light. Then there's hope. There's joy. There's optimism. And the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is, of course, a money card. And this, I talked earlier about what do you want to create on your canvas. And the Three of Pentacles is about your work and receiving rewards for a job well done. Like if you took some training and you take those talents and skills and you're offered an opportunity, a new opportunity. If you've become too entrenched in this situation, you're going to have the opportunity to open up to new ideas. And I feel like that's what it is. Yeah, you're channeling your inner guidance. I mean, that's what she's doing here. This is the Page of Swords. So you've got two pages, the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So she's tuning into spiritual wisdom. And here's the full moon. There you go, a full moon with the owl for the wisdom. She has her books for wisdom that have been passed on through generations. So this is taking an idea and creating it to make it work for you, or hearing a news of an idea that someone talks to you about. It's coming up for you. And some of you, it's going to be time to move on to bigger, better, brighter places, moving past situations that have just not felt good, leaving these cups behind. This could be, again, employment. It could be a relationship you just feel like you need to move on past. This is a life-changing card, actually. And for a clarification card, for it to come up there, it's clarifying, possibly it's giving you all the push, the motivation to come on, move forward. Get out of that rut if you feel like you're in one. And it could be getting past this situation as well. Okay? All right, so I'm going to add these cards up both numerologically and, of course, match them to the major arcana. This card just really wants to hug that one, doesn't it? All right, so we have 8 and 11 is 19, 20, 21. Oh, wow. That's the last of the major arcana. 1, 2, I'm doing it again. 13 and 8 is 21. Well, 2 and 1 in numerology is 3. And 3 is about expression, expressing our emotions. 3 life paths, or if you're born on the 3rd, you're meant to be creative. I mean, that's the way of the world, really. And maybe emotional creativity. You may need to journal or write your emotions down. But it is definitely about expression. And so 21, though, in the major arcana is the last card of the major arcana. And as you know, it's the end of an era and the beginning of a new one, a beginning of an era of joy. So that makes total sense with all of this going on here. There's hope, there's optimism. You can obtain your objectives, and you can see advancement. You know, with the major arcana cards, it starts with the Fool, right? And the Fool, usually with the artwork, he's sort of lofty and spontaneous, and he has a knapsack on his back, and he has no idea where he's going. That's the 0. And then he goes through life, and finally he comes to a certain attainment in life, and of spirituality, of joy, of success, of what he feels like is successful. It's not anybody else's call but his or yours. So there's a lot of advancement with this card and a lot of fulfillment.